Hello everybody, and how are you? Have you been getting ready for Easter? Maybe you've been sending some cards, maybe you've been gathering up Easter eggs. The toys have all got their Easter eggs. Brody's got a pink one, and Green Bear has got a purple and blue one, and I've got another one for the little bunnies. They're gonna have that later. Look at the size of that Easter egg. We're going to have an extra story today because we're going to finish off our series. We're going to have an extra story today because we're getting near the end of our series about Easter. So we're going to have two stories about Easter today, and then I'm going to read you another one as well. The first one that we have is called The Saddest Day. And I'm reading from this little book again, which is Connor and Lydia's. The soldiers marched Jesus away. They took him to a hill outside Jerusalem. A big crowd followed. Women wept and cried. On the hill, they nailed Jesus to a wooden cross. The sky went very dark. Jesus died. A Roman captain stood guard. This really was God's son, he said. Jesus' friends and family watched sadly. After Jesus died, a good man called Joseph took his body. He wrapped it carefully in cloths. Then Joseph laid Jesus' body gently in a cave. He rolled a huge stone across the doorway. This is the story of Good Friday. But it doesn't end there, because we know that after Good Friday, there came a day of waiting, which was Holy Saturday. Waiting for God, waiting to hear what was going to happen next. And then Easter Sunday happened, and that's where we're going to continue our story. This one is called A Big Surprise. Early on Sunday morning, Jesus' friend Mary went to his tomb. She was astonished. The big stone was rolled away. But Mary couldn't see Jesus' body. Mary was worried. She ran straight back to Jerusalem to tell Jesus' friends. They've taken Jesus from the tomb, she said. Jesus' friends Peter and John rushed off to see for themselves. When Peter arrived, he went inside the tomb. Peter and John saw the cloths that Jesus' body had been wrapped in. Then Peter and John believed that Jesus had risen from the dead. They went back to tell the other disciples. But Mary stood outside the tomb crying. Jesus was standing there. "Why are you crying, Mary?" he asked. Mary did not know it was Jesus. "If you've taken Jesus' body, please can you tell me where I can find it?" she said. "Mary," said Jesus. At once, Mary knew it was Jesus. "Master," she said. Then she ran off again to tell the other disciples that she had met Jesus. Isn't that exciting? Wouldn't that be a wonderful thing to happen? To meet Jesus, to meet your friend who you thought was gone and see him there. That would be amazing. This is the reason that we celebrate Easter. And it's really important to remember, in the midst of all the chocolate and the fun and the Easter egg hunts and the bunnies, that Jesus is here for us. Jesus lives again for us. I'm going to read you another story, which is about the Easter story as well. That's a little bit different. The next story I'm going to read you is called Are We Nearly There Yet? I'm sure you've all said that to your mummy or daddy or your grannies and grandas in the car on a really long journey. I know Lydia and Connor say that to us all the time when we're out in the car. Are we nearly there yet? 5 more minutes. 2 excited children are wriggling in the car. They're driving down to Granny's. It's really, really far. They're waiting to see Granny and eat an Easter lunch. But most of all, they're waiting for some Easter eggs to crunch. Are we nearly there yet? When will we arrive? We're tired and we're bored from the long, long drive. Just a little longer and it will be all great. We'll tell the Easter story, so listen while you wait. Jesus' disciples had followed him about. They saw him calm the mighty storm with just a single shout. He fed 5,000 people with just some fish and bread. Incredible, amazing. That's what people said. Are we nearly there yet? When will you be king? Show them you're the boss, in charge of everything. Just a little longer. The time has nearly come. Soon the world will see I'm king of everyone. Jesus on a donkey was riding into town. The crowd was waving gladly and laying branches down. They shouted, "Jesus, save us!" and "Jesus is the King." And Jesus' disciples all turned and said to him, "Are we nearly there yet? Today must be the day. They want to make you king. Let's do it straight away." Now the waiting's over. The time has now arrived. I'll show them I'm the king. But I think you'll be surprised. Just a few days later, some soldiers came along and Jesus' disciples thought the plan was going wrong. Jesus was arrested and on a cross he died. His friends were sad and worried and they ran away and cried. Are we nearly there yet? We thought he was the boss. We thought we'd see him on a throne, not dying on a cross. Just a little longer. Hang on a little more. We don't know why we're waiting or what we're waiting for. Now, Jesus died on Friday, but when Sunday came around, the tomb was broken open and an earthquake shook the ground. I told you I was God's king. I said you'd be surprised. It looked like I was finished, but now I am alive. Are we nearly there yet? Well, now we understand. Dying to forgive us was exactly what you'd planned. We thought we'd cry forever, but it was worth the wait. Now Jesus is the real King. It's time to celebrate. Look, there they all are, having lunch with Granny. I hope you enjoy your Easter, whatever you get up to. And I'll see you soon. Bye bye.